Hi, my name is Broden. I'm a junior at Baldwin Wallace University, and I also volunteer with our kids ministry in the third grade. I attend the Columbia Station campus. If you ever see me around, say what's up. I'm always excited to meet new people. So for this vlog, Sarah called me up to bat. I kind of want to share some things that I've learned that have become useful in my life, that I've learned through class actually, and share a recent experience that I had. So first off, I started taking a coaching psychology class. It's been awesome. We have a brand new professor for it, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. But Professor Grooms, she's a professional mindset trainer. It was incredible, the knowledge that she has in the field of psychology and sports and everything is again her focus. But she's incredibly brilliant. She has so many resources, and she's trained people and trained herself to pretty much become immovable objects in their sports. But through the class, she shared an exercise with us that we actually do every day in our class. So we have it Tuesday, Thursday. So every Tuesday, Thursday, we do this to end our class. And it's just a little journal, so she had us all get journals. So I got mine right here. I just went to the bookstore and grabbed that. But every time she challenges us to do this every day, and I'm going to hold myself to that standard. But at the very beginning of each of the journal entries, you start with this quote that reads, "My value comes from who I am, not what I do." And that one, first off, when she said that, I was like, all right, this lady is for me. Everything that she is teaching is for me. Like, this is amazing, because I am somebody who values my worth in athletics based on statistics, I guess is the way you can go, in my production or everything. And that's weighed me down a bunch, because I've looked at my football career, I'm like, well, I've wanted to amount to so much more, but the effect that I've had on people, who I am, the effect that I've had on others around me, my coaches, the recruits who come in, well outweighs any production that I could ever have on the field. I pride myself on being a great teammate, but I never had fulfillment through that, being just a great teammate. I always sought something extra. But now reading this and hearing this for the first time, I was like, oh, okay. Is that what we're doing? It's about who I am, not what I do, and that kind of calmed my heart, and it's kind of hopefully going to be my motto moving forward when it comes to athletics, and obviously throughout life as well. But you start with that, and then you give 3 things you're grateful for, then 10 things that you did well that day, 2 things to improve on each day. You ask and reflect on your self-talk throughout the day, so how you talk to yourself, super powerful. And then give 2 things that you learned. Again, it's an easy journaling tactic, I guess, but it's super effective. It allows you to reflect on the day in a more meaningful way. Sometimes what I was doing before is I'd put 1 thing I'm grateful for, 1 thing that I did poorly, and 1 thing I did well. But now 3 things, those aren't hard. But when you get to if you had a bad day, but you get to the portion where you're talking about things that you did well, and you list off 10 things, you can look back at that and be like, wow, there's a lot of good stuff that happened today. You're talking about 3 things that you're grateful for. Those might be unchanging. It might be something that happened throughout the day. Some things that you learned. We're learning every day. We want to keep evolving our minds and everything, keep growing as learning creatures. And then just your self-talk, that can weigh us down a bunch. Just kind of reflect on that, see how you're doing, and all that stuff. So that, I think, is an awesome thing to pick up. And then she also taught us about the success hotline. Again, we call this at the beginning of every class. So Tuesday, Thursday, but again, she challenges us to call it every day. This is Dr. Robert Gilbert. He's a professor at Montclair State in psychology. And every day, I kid you not, since 1992, he has been putting out a phone line recorded message. So you call this number, and I'll put it here on the screen somewhere. But every day since 1992, if you call it, he'll say, "This is Dr. Robert Gilbert with Success Hotline. This is day 15,000 and whatever it is." It's unbelievable. It's like the longest running podcast in the world, I believe. But he gives a message, just a simple message to kind of pick you up, and just start your day with that. And The two that I've heard in class were awesome. So I kind of challenge you guys to try that out. Why not give the number a call and see if what Dr. Robert Gilbert has to say is for you. I think it's super cool. The fact that he's been doing that every day for so long is beyond impressive. And then let's kind of want to talk about a personal experience that I had recently. Oh, quickly though, a little life update for the boy. I got asked and accepted an invitation to be part of our leadership group for our Fellowship of Christian Athletes. What do we even call ourselves? I don't even know. Club, I guess. It's a club. But I'm now on the leadership team there, so that's pretty cool. I'm super pumped up about that, to kind of have another ministry to kind of grow through. I got the CC kids, and now I'm part of this FCA, and we have our awesome college kids life group. So there's so many different avenues to seek God, and that's been awesome. I'm super grateful for that. But back to this experience, I came down with an illness Sunday morning. That sickness lasted from Sunday morning through Wednesday. It was tough. I'm a guy who doesn't like to get sick because I got a lot of things going on. For Martin Luther King Day, we had off school on Monday, but then I ended up missing class Tuesday and Wednesday. Got back Thursday. We had a snow day today, so one day of classes this week was interesting. No, but I was pretty sick. I was down and out. My fever had gotten up to 103 degrees, which is very high. Anything 104 and higher can actually be fatal to the body and cause some organ damage. So that was crazy. It was a little close to heading to the hospital. But I was sick, couldn't do anything, didn't really have an appetite. But in this sickness, what I saw was incredible love from my family and then my girlfriend Tia, and I want to kind of focus on her a little bit. But from the moment that I came down with the sickness, I kind of texted my family like, hey, I'm not feeling well, like I'm gonna come home. It's the best place for me being at the school. I'm trapped in this dorm. I knew that if I was at home, I would have the care of my parents at my disposal. Great nutrition, great knowledge of the body to kind of make sure that I'm not just pumping myself with different drugs and all this medicine and forcing that down my throat, instead using some more natural ways through nutrition, hydration, rest, sleep to kind of get myself better. So they were there for me whenever I needed it, and that was awesome. They responded. They picked up their staff and kind of carried me with them and got me through that sickness. And that was just incredible love to kind of become vulnerable to my sickness. And my mother actually, I apologize, Mom, she contracted the sickness as well, but she kind of made herself vulnerable to that and took that on willingly, so I appreciate that. But then my girlfriend, so Tia, if you guys are familiar with her, she also helps out. We run the 3rd grade classroom together. I think she's been in a couple of my videos, just in the background or some fun little pictures or whatnot. But she, every single day, whenever she could, was at the house by my side the entire time, doing whatever I needed the entire time. Sunday, the entire day, she was with me until she went back to the school. Monday, again, we had off school, so she came back straight from swim practice, showered, ate, came right to the house, and was there the entire day again. Brought food, multiple changes of clothes, because I was sweating through everything. It was disgusting. She grabbed me sweatpants, socks, sweatshirts, shirts, whatever I needed. Brought me multiple meals. Then school started back up on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I was out both those days. And she'd wake up, go to practice, come back, eat, come right over before her classes. Would be with me the whole time. Same thing, bringing clothes, bringing food, whatever I needed. Just being there, exposing herself to this sickness, being vulnerable with me, and not for a second thinking twice about it or caring at all. Then she would go to class. Then class would end, and then same thing, she'd come right back and just be right next to me. It was incredible. And the same thing Wednesday. whenever she could be. I think she had a busier day that day, but whenever she could be there, she was there. And that is something that's heaven sent. You know what I'm saying? That's something you don't just find with everybody. Gets me happy. Oh man. No, but that's something that I've always searched for, that kind of love and that kind of vulnerability with somebody and sacrifice from somebody that I've always looked for in my relationships. And now that I've found it, or have experienced it, and you find it with somebody, it's just so beautiful. The way that she just kind of got down on her knees, carried me with her, and exposed herself to everything. And fortunately enough, she hasn't gotten sick yet. I hope not, because her swim season's coming to a smooth end, and I want her to be healthy to kind of go out with a bang and whatnot. But that just sacrifice and selfless act of love, to be there for me, to care for me, and really to, I don't know, just to pick me up when I couldn't hold myself up, because I'll tell you, I could barely move, and she was there for everything. And that's love, man. So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that little story. I haven't been up to too much, but I thought that was something beautiful that we could all, I hope we can all relate to at some point in our lives. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you someday.